All right.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part two of Pro Wrestling Tonight right here on IndieQuebec.com. It's the Prez. Once again, of course, with my co-host for part two, as the same as part one, Magnificent Dre Breeze. So, Dre, what's up, man? Um, yeah, so where were we? We were at the basically at the Keith Lee Swerve in-ring promo after their win last weekend, their tag team title win.
Yep.
Then yeah, so basically, I don't know, they're
I mean, it was an average promo from two very good, talented wrestlers. Very average promo. I find this whole tag team very thrown together.
yeah, it's like we want to
Uh,
give these guys an opportunity, but the only thing we have for them is a tag.
yeah, it's like they had to sign these two guys when they got freed out of their contracts because they're such talented dudes that
You
it's
can't pass up on them yet.
can't pass up on them. But the roster is so stacked that you don't really have anything for them right now. So it's like, okay, we'll put them in a tag team together. Oh, and then now we'll make them tag team champ,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
though they're not a legit tag team.
no,
So
that's it. They still feel like two singles wrestlers.
you're still waiting for the moment for Swerve to accidentally smack Keith Lee in the face a little too hard, and he's gonna get pissed, and this whole fucking thing's gonna be over.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm waiting for every week right
So then backstage we get a Dark Order confrontation with the Butcher and the Blade, which is it
now.
didn't even look like they were like being serious. Like
It was useless. It was stupid. It was just throwing guys for them to be on TV that didn't need to be on TV at the moment since you didn't really have anything for them. Even
that's
having
it.
Hangman, even having Hangman come in there and make the save was like ridiculous.
Yes, and
That
that's
you,
the only thing we see Hangman do the whole
and it's
episode.
like you
That
have
used to be
the.
the world champion.
That's what I was gonna say. You have your ex-world champion, and you should be riding him into anything you can right now that's better than that.
Definitely.
Instead, you're like, oh, let's help him put over his friends in the Dark Order.
Yeah, like his whole world championship run, yeah, it built him up. He feels like a bigger star, but he doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like they're keeping him there, and it feels like his star is like dropping fast.
Exactly. And on top of that, what is it going to give to him to beat the Butcher and the Blade? Who hasn't beat the Butcher and the
Yeah,
Blade
really.
right now? And I'm not knocking Butcher and Blade; they're great wrestlers.
No, they
It's
just
just
haven't been used
they're used
that
to put
well
over
at this
talent.
point.
Like, so it's like, really? Do you really? This is what you're going to do? And by the way, let's talk about Kevin Gates before that.
Yeah,
That was in the crowd, and
yeah,
Tony
yeah.
Nese
He was
decided.
there with Swerve.
So I'd like to say one thing about Kevin Gates. He might be getting into wrestling because I follow him on Instagram, and he's been working out like crazy.
He looked big.
Working out like crazy. So I think that we're going to see Kevin Gates in the near future again on AEW TV.
Interesting. No, that was cool. That part was cool. I mean, there was some elements that were interesting of that like segment. Um, then we get Christian and Luchasaurus versus the Varsity Blondes. And Christian and Luchasaurus basically just destroy them.
Yeah,
And then Jungle Boy comes back. And then out of nowhere, Luchasaurus is like, fuck daddy. And he double crosses Christian.
stupid.
Yeah, right there, I was like, this is dumb. I
I was
really
like,
hope that they have something else in mind.
I really hope that this is just a setup to set Jungle Boy
Dude,
up
triple
again.
cross Jungle Boy.
Yeah, triple cross Jungle Boy. Like, have Luchasaurus fucking
Just have
destroy him.
Luchasaurus be the guy who's always like double crossing his tag team partners.
Exactly. So that would be the only way I would go with this.
Or they're
Otherwise,
gonna
this,
put Christian with like a better talent than Luchasaurus.
yeah. Uh,
I don't know.
now
I
they,
think they might have something really in mind for Christian,
I
Like
hope
maybe
so.
Christian against Moxley. Maybe they're like, Christian, you're that good. We need to give you a title shot.
I hope so, and I hope it's not just, oh, Jungle Boy was injured. Oh shit, he came back faster than we thought. Let's fuck
Yeah.
this story back. Let's bring the Jungle Express back together because we know the fans. Oh my God, they're climbing the walls wanting the fucking Jungle Express back together. Hey,
I
bring
was
back
happy
Marco
with them
Stunt while
being
you're at.
not together.
Me too. I was happy that that whole document was done with,
Me
done,
too.
buried. On to the next one. Please get rid of this team. Please.
Agreed. Yeah. So that felt weird, like that he like randomly like turns. Why wouldn't he have just stayed with him if it makes no
And
sense.
if you're gonna
But
make him, if you're gonna make him turn, why make him turn that way? Like come out of the
no, that's
ring,
the
in
thing.
his face,
I
and
want to
stand
see
next
where they're
to him.
going with this.
They should have made him turn by fucking hurting Christian. Like he should have just stood behind Christian, and then just like got up behind his back, and then just grabbed Christian but just had Jungle Boy go like this to him, and have Luchasaurus choke slam Christian or something, or go to choke slam him, then have Christian scutter out of the ring and run through the crowd. Like
Yeah, yeah, because Jungle Boy like chased him through the crowd. Yeah, it was like a
and caught
weird,
up with it. And
weird
caught up
segment.
with him. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it was unprepared. It's live TV, I guess.
but we'll
On
see
to
where
the
it's
next.
going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we get Ricky Starks, his open challenge against Cole Carter, who we were introduced to earlier in the show. Starks picks up the win, and then he's like, you know what? Like, I could do another open challenge right now. And
Yeah.
then Dan Hallinson comes out, and he's like, whoa, 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 maybe next week.
Yeah. That was awesome.
So heel.
Like it's so heel. It was so good. The crowd is booing him. And I like the way Starks is defending himself, like trying to tell the crowd, hey, don't boo me, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Like,
hey, don't boo me. Yeah, no, he's
you're not
really,
supposed to hate me. You're supposed to like me. He's that heel that thinks people like him, but nobody likes him. But he just
he has
wants
so
to be
much
liked.
charisma.
Yeah, he's the best. I'm telling you, he's a great fucking talent. He's a great wrestler. Like
He is. He deserves
he
to
really
be,
is.
like, if they keep going with how they're using him, that's perfect.
And the way he imitated Danhausen too. Danhausen, he did the
Yeah.
same voice. That was great. Like that was the cherry on top. I was hoping though Danhausen was gonna curse him and was gonna have Hook come out, and then it was
There you
gonna be
go.
for
Yeah.
the W title. Hook tries to reclaim it from Stark. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously they've decided that Team Taz still exists.
Yeah. Which,
So
like, we gotta figure this out here, guys.
to me that's kind of the angle I would have taken.
Like, they
But
can't just create these factions and then just like if you're gonna create them, at least have an ending to them. Like Dark Order, it's like, well, these guys are just in Dark Order, even though the Dark Order's not doing fuck all. Same thing with Team
exactly.
Taz, basically.
It is. It is. They have a very hard problem. They have a very hard time ending stories.
Yeah.
AEW, I find they have a hard. They just seem to trail off. They just trail off, or they just keep rolling for. Like for example, somebody was saying the same thing about the Kingston and Jericho thing. It was just like, okay, now, okay, you've already taken it to the ceiling. You can't go higher than the fucking ceiling, man. You can't.
No, that's
Like
it. And it should
you
have
have
ended
to.
with like one of them like getting like fake injured or something and getting written off TV for a couple weeks, then come back in a new storyline.
Exactly. Exactly. They have a hard time doing this in this thing. But I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with Ricky, man. This is good. They need him and Powerhouse Hobbs, man. They need to be top mid carders in this
Definitely,
company.
yeah, yeah. We need to see more of them because there's some guys that have gotten way more TV time that are far less talented.
Exactly. These guys are two good, polished wrestlers. You know what I mean? Like overall good talent.
Yeah,
They need to be like you need to make stars. They need to make their own stars right now because they're letting their own stars dwindle. Besides Eddie Kingston and Orange Cassidy, they've had a very hard time making like stars. Like you can't consider Adam Page them making a star. He was known worldwide because of Ring of Honor in Japan. Like You know, they need to, like, Ricky Starks was just NWA. I don't even know where they got fucking Hobbs from. You know what I'm saying? That's how
Yeah, I know.
indie he
Yeah,
was.
he's like out of
You know
left
what I'm
field
saying?
guy. They need more
Exactly.
guys like that.
Yes,
Definitely.
like MJF, like Wardlow. Like,
Yeah,
these guys are stars that you're making. You made them. You put them on TV. They're AEW official, like TNA had. You know, people are still screaming for TNA originals, whether it's James Storms, Low Key, or whatever fuck they bring back every now and then. Even Shark fucking Boy, who's, you know what I mean? It's just Shark Boy, but Shark Boy is known as a TNA original
that's
when he
it.
comes
It means something to
go
some people
crazy.
for sure.
And they need to do that, AEW. They need to stop buying WWE made guys and keep on with the reason people tuned into your TV show in the first place, which was to see something different.
Yeah, yeah. Then we get afterwards an FTR promo, which they talk a bit about the Briscoes, and then Dax says a really emotional thing about his daughter
Yeah,
who's
which was good.
sick, and he says he's basically inspired by that, which is always like, these true to life promos, like.
They're good. They're good promos. It was a good babyface promo.
Yeah, it
FTR,
is.
which
It
would
was
have
full. It
never.
was face.
It was full. They're full face now. You know what I mean? Like, and they're not a team I would have ever seen be able to turn face because I've never
They
seen
were
the
so
real.
heel. Yeah.
They're so heel. They're so, like, I wouldn't say that they would be always heel, but they're cocky. You know what I mean? So they would
Yeah.
have just been like, like an anti-hero type
With all the
character.
belts they have, it's like you can't deny how.
Oh, the people love them.
That's
You
it.
know, and this was a perfect face promo, man. It was
Yeah,
the
no,
perfect
for
face
sure. So
promo.
yeah, they're as we said before, they're taking on the Briscoes 2 out of 3 falls at the pay-per-view on
That's gonna
Saturday.
be. That's what's worth watching right there.
Yeah, that'll probably be the match of the night. Definitely
Yeah.
up there. I mean, not for
I mean,
sure, but
Samoa
definitely.
Joe and Jay Lethal is going to be sick,
Yeah, it should be good too. It's been a good built up to the feud.
you know, and I think Claudio and Grisham should be pretty good. Although I'm kind of saying to myself, the size difference is going to make it hard for these two to work cleanly together, being in the fact that Claudio's 6 foot fucking 5 and John Grisham's 5 fucking 6.
And there's
Like,
no real feud built up.
no, exactly. It's going to be a technical respect, shake my hand, fucking, unless Tully Blanchard and that fucking clique get involved in it, you know. I see it going as a very mild and average match. Not to take anything away from the talent of the guys. I'm just saying the whole buildup of the match and the whole thing is just, it's a little bit everywhere. So
No, definitely. Yeah, and like, anyways, we'll see how it turns out. They're trying with this Ring of Honor thing. Then we had Kiera Hogan and Jade Cargill, with surprisingly out of nowhere, accompanied by Jermaine Dupri.
which was useless and had no reason to be there. So, like, I even
Where's
think at one
Eminem
point,
to come out and fucking diss him?
you know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you just bring Ludacris? If you're gonna bring everybody from Atlanta, why isn't Ludacris there? Like, you know, have Outkast fucking appear. I don't understand what the goal of having Jermaine Dupri was. At least Kevin Gates, you had something there. You had a build up to he might be wrestling or with
There you go.
Jermaine.
Yeah, Jermaine Dupri's like, I chill with this girl, and she's like, I know
Yeah,
people.
it was
What's
kind of
up?
like, yeah. But I'll give credit when credit is due. This was probably Jade Cargill's best fucking match in my eyes. I hate her in
Actually,
ring work.
yeah, I won't deny that. There was
I hate
some good
her in
action.
ring work. Like, she looks like $1,000,000, talks like $1,000,000. I think she's still so green
She
inside the
wrestles
ring.
like she's still in a wrestling school.
Exactly. I don't believe that they have this 50 and undefeated thing on her. I don't understand.
And they're
that.
like, they seem like so sold on her. I know.
So sold on her. Like, I don't know.
You can't just be
I
sold on
thought
someone based on a look.
I thought she was gonna lose to. I was like, fucking yeah, have fucking
In a tag
Athena
match,
pin
it
her.
doesn't like matter that much, but it could build up.
Exactly. Have her get pinned. Like, make this her first loss.
I
Like,
wouldn't care if like at all if like
it
Athena,
wouldn't.
say Athena beats her, like good. I'm not even a fan
You know,
of Athena, but good. At
or
least
would
let's
have
see
or
something
even
different.
Willow. Even if you had Willow,
Anyone, there
like,
you go. Bring back
roll her up out of nowhere because she's not paying attention. You know, have Jermaine Dupri. You wanted to have
have
Jermaine Dupri
Jermaine Dupri turn on her and
turn
pin
on
her.
them and be like, hey, this is not cool. I didn't think you
Yeah,
guys were like this. Have him turn around and fucking talk to her, and she's like, what's your fucking problem? And have the other one roll up on her. And on top of it, Nightingale is a pretty big girl, you know,
yeah.
Willow. Have her roll her up and put her weight on her. Like she in a big package to where you know she couldn't
And
kick
then
out.
people be like,
No?
oh,
Oh
maybe
shit, you
that's
know?
like the way to do to beat her.
Exactly. But
Yeah,
no,
they could have done that, but no.
we got no, we got the same bullshit that we've been fed these last few weeks with this whole fucking clip. I mean,
Yeah. So that was our
actually,
semi main event.
yeah, I'm already tired of it. Like, I'm tired of it now.
I wish we didn't. Yeah, I don't know. Stokely Hathaway adds a little bit, but like,
He
yeah,
does. He does. He's the only thing that keeps it a little bit interesting,
yeah.
you know. And telling Tony Schiavone every week, Tony, cut the shit, is fucking annoying.
It was
Like,
funny the first time. Even
it's just
then, it's like whatever. Yeah, I know. So then, yeah, so we get to our main event finally, which we said it's like chapter 30 of this feud.
you
Eddie
know,
Kingston representing Grand Theft Auto.
for real.
And
Eddie Kingston from Grand Theft Auto in a
against the Painmaker,
in
Jericho.
a oh, so stupid, and a stupid barbed wire everywhere match.
Everything's
And
barbed wire.
even the fucking bell on the outside of the ring, like
The
their
ring mic.
toothbrush backstage, everything was
Yeah,
barbed wire when
yeah,
they showed up for the
basically.
building.
You know what, though? A lot of Ring of Honor matches that have had a barbed wire, I've noticed that like the guys literally don't get cut at all besides like a very obvious like
Yeah,
blade job. This one, they're actually getting cuts a bit everywhere. So I don't think it was all real barbed wire, but there was some real barbed wire in there.
it was real. It was. I was saying to myself, yo, this is all real barbed wire. I was looking
I think so too, honestly.
I was
And
looking at Eddie Kingston's back, man. He
yeah,
was in pain a
little
lot of
cuts.
time.
That's what it really is pretty much supposed to look like.
It was real. It was tearing into them. Like it wasn't just cutting them. It was
Yeah,
tearing them.
Jericho's tights got ripped.
Oh man! Like at one point, Kingston's legs were stuck in it. It was like you could tell. Like it wasn't fake pain. Like that was fucking. He wanted to get out of that barbed wire like right away. He was like, "Get the shit out of me!" Like
So
and
yeah,
barbed
like
wire. Is the thing with barbed wire is the more you struggle, the more you get caught.
right. Yeah, there you go.
That's the goal of barbed wire. It's to keep you there. It's not just to cut you, it's to keep you stuck
Stuck in
there,
it
you know,
until
till the
like the
farmer
farmer
comes and
comes with his
fucking
shotgun. Yeah.
exactly. That's exactly what it was for, you know. And Jericho must be regretting it this morning.
Oh yeah, it
Man,
was probably he who came up with this idea to use all this barbed wire. And so the Appreciation Society were in a shark cage suspended above the crowd.
and couldn't
Um,
get and Ty Conti couldn't get the fucking door open at one point.
oh my God, yeah.
They
So
just
yeah,
crawled out.
they had technical difficulties, but they just slipped through the oh my God, because there wasn't
Everybody
they
except
could
Jack
just slip
Hager,
through the bars.
I think she got it open for Hager at the end of it.
He couldn't
Like
fit through the bars.
he couldn't fit through the bars. But
That's live TV. A
that's
lot of
life.
their like crazy gimmicked up matches like this always have some kind of.
They
I
fuck
can think
up
of
because
one with like Eddie Kingston with that bomb going off.
it's almost like every single one that has Eddie Kingston in it at one point fucks up, but not because of Eddie Kingston.
No,
But
it's just something dumb
it,
happens. Yeah.
it kind of sucks because every match Eddie Kingston's doing should be a glorified, crazy, fucking insane match, and every single
And
one
people are
you
like,
can
meh,
you
it
can
fucked up. So
pinpoint.
fuck that.
Yeah, you can pinpoint something that has nothing to do with Kingston that it's like, oh fuck. In this one, it was Guevara and the key with Conti,
The wrong key
and
or
then
something, or they're
and
idiots.
or I
don't
think
know.
it just no, I think it was just fucked up. I think it was the right key. I think sometimes you have a fucking hard time with a
Yeah,
lock. You
yeah,
know?
new lock or something.
And she was probably the more it was not unlocking, she was
All
probably
stressed out.
stressing, and the more she was stressing, you know what I'm saying?
It's
She
not
couldn't
gonna
get it
work
open.
more. Yeah.
You know, so and then when fucking her boyfriend showed up, he fucked up at one point. At the end, there was terrible fucking ending to it. Terrible fucking
Yeah.
end.
Unfortunately, the ending was pretty like botched a bit.
I mean,
Uh, Anna
yeah,
Jay. So now Anna Jay officially. There we go. We have one less member of the Dark
of
Order.
Dark Order, exactly.
Anna
And
Jay. Who did we have last week? Alan Angels. I
yeah,
think
gone.
Alan Angels wrestled on Dark though. I think they brought him back for Dark.
That's possible. He no, but he said he didn't want to do a wrestling per. They wanted to offer him a per appearance contract, and he said no. That's what he said on TV.
Maybe it was an old tape because Dark, I'm pretty sure, could be taped a couple weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Because he said they wanted to, or he might have just before he left. You know what I mean? That might have been the last match he did.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. And he said no, they wanted to offer me per appearance, and I said no, I got better things to do than do per appearances. Like I'll go do per appearances in other companies if I'm going to do per appearances. You know, which he's done already in Impact and in New Japan. So he doesn't need AEW to do per appearance contracts, you know. But back to that fucking match.
To mix it up. Yeah.
When Jericho did the code breaker, that's what it fucked up. He dropped the fucking Bob and it took a chunk of his nose out. Did you see the pain in his face? Like he was touching his face, he was shaking because it was so much pain. It took a chunk out of the top of his nose off. He was like, "Oh shit!" Like, "Oh shit!" Like he was.
When he did it, I was like thinking in my head, like, imagine if like it actually fucked up for real, how fucked up it would look. And then when he got up, it actually was like pretty much how I was picturing. I was like, "Oh man, that's bad."
Oh, it was bad. It was pissing blood. At one point, I was like, God damn, they're going to have to end this quickly. That fucked him up. And then at the end, when they threw him in the fucking spider web for no reason, that was not acting.
That's like gratuitous violence.
Yo, he was gratuitously in pain. Jericho, that hurt. Okay, first of all, let's just say one thing. Spider web, barbed wire spider webs are a dangerous thing for anybody's health.
Oh, yeah.
People have got arteries sliced in a spider.
You could like get really fucked up.
Like it's a stupid fucking concept. Like a barbed wire match, okay, because you can control how many times you get thrown in the barbed wire. You can control the guy rolling the barbed wire bat on your head, you know, for pain. You can't control how you're gonna fall in a spider barbed wire. You can't in a barbed wire spider web. You can't.
No, for real. Like Jericho, I mean, he'll have like a couple like almost months in a row where like I can't stand watching this guy. But then he'll get back on a roll where I'm like, fuck, this guy's amazing. And right now, fuck, this guy's amazing.
He is amazing, but he's rolling the dice right now.
Yeah, with these kind of botches and like needless barbed wire matches.
Like
there's always gonna be a couple fuck ups in barbed wire match, like.
But that's the thing, you're doing too many fucking barbed wire matches right now.
And with all the injuries they've had, like imagine if one of these guys went down, that would be horrible.
Imagine if Jericho's down for 3-4 months.
What's gonna happen to the Jericho Appreciation Society?
Then you've got your last faction of real bad guys besides the House of Black. That's relevant on television.
Kind of ruined all their like run.
The Elite is gone. All of the Elite are hurt.
They're all injured except the Bucks.
Except the Bucks and Cutler, and Brandon Cutler don't even wrestle.
I think Bobby Fish, but they're like, look, just
no. Bobby Fish is hurt too. Kyle O'Reilly's hurt. Bobby Fish is hurt. Adam Cole's hurt, and Kenny Omega's hurt. Yeah. All of the Elite are injured right now.
I know.
You can't bring Jay White in on a regular basis because he's the world champion of the other company now.
And then they think that Jim Cornette's an asshole for saying like that they should slow down. No, he's trying to say this to preserve your career.
He is. You know? Like you have to take everything Cornette says with a grain of salt. But at the end of the day,
he's saying it to get clicks.
The man is. If you listen to his show every week,
I used to
stop.
Anyway.
You know, you have to stop listening to the bull crap when he loses his mind on somebody. But listen to the actual when he's talking about a match and he actually tells you why. When he tells you why, you realize, oh yeah, he's right. Like,
look at all the injuries. It's such like big proof, you know. And then they like insist on having these super dangerous matches,
which they don't even need to have. They had just as many people watching the TV show the first year, and they did one match like this.
I know that's the
One,
thing. The ratings haven't gone up, and their roster, like their budget for their roster, is like 5 times what it was, and it hasn't done anything. You know?
they got a big hard on for Game Changer Wrestling and what
Yeah,
Game Changer
indeed.
Wrestling was doing.
I
And they
think
were
Tony
like,
Khan
oh,
might
we got to do more of it.
fund them.
Like he might, but leave Game Changing Okay, it's like CZW. Combat Zone Wrestling, okay, puts out great wrestlers. Some wrestlers that you're like, I don't know if you should be a licensed wrestler. And
Yeah.
some great
Some guys
fucking
are like
wrestlers.
amazing. Yeah.
I mean, Rich Swann, Adam Cole,
Cole.
Seth Callahan, like these guys all made their name there before they went anywhere else. And these are just a few names that we're naming off the top like that.
Yeah.
There's tons. If you look at a Moxley, all these guys started there. What goes on in CZW stays in fucking CZW. When you leave CZW, you come and you're in another wrestling world with other wrestlers.
Yeah, you don't start trying to like do barbed wire matches in like NXT.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A company that identifies themselves as that, okay, more power to you and your 1,000 fucking fans.
That's it. You'll have a niche fan base. It's never
You'll have your niche fan base, and good for you. There's no need for a major company to do these types of matches every 2 weeks.
No. And Game Changer is cool, but like, it is what it is. It's an indie.
It's exactly. Now you're giving guys like Cornette, like Vince McMahon, like Bruce Pritchard, like Jeff Jarrett, like every other fuck that says that your company's a fucktard company. You're actually giving them, and you're giving them, the right to say that you are bullshit.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
You're doing shit that's unprotected, unsafe, unsanitary on a weekly basis.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And Jericho could have died at two things
he
here.
Got messed up. Yeah, I want to see what he looks like after. We'll have to go look on his Instagram or something.
Like holy fuck, man.
So
and then just go off the air like that.
Yeah, they go off the air. Jericho like writhing in pain in the barbed wire. So yeah, so basically like Sammy Guevara like cost Kingston the match. I bet you they have a match now. Like this is never gonna end. I feel this is never gonna end.
It should have ended. They can make a whole
cage match or whatever.
They can make 12 guys from security run out to stop Wardlow. They can't make 1 or 2 security guys come out when Jericho's in a barbed wire pit.
There you go.
Screaming in pain. No medics ran out with referees to go like stop Kingston from continuing to beat him. Instead, they just focus out on Kingston on the side of the ring, making faces like he's all happy that this is finished. How's it finished? Like, there's no finish to that.
No, it's probably not finished, realistically.
And if you're in attendance, okay, so TV, you black out.
The people in the crowd. Yeah, like how did this happen it must be an awkward ending.
The people in the crowd are standing there going, okay, why aren't you kicking him more?
Yeah, you might as well kill him at this point.
Yeah, why don't you just give him some more, keep kicking him, keep rubbing barbed wire in him? Why is the Jericho intervention? Like, I know the other guys ran out, but then where did they all go? They just started fighting into the crowd and dispersing, and you didn't show that? They're all laying on the floor under the ring while Jericho's screaming in pain, obvious real pain. No medics run out, no security run out to help him get out. It should have had security and referee block Kingston from continuing as they're trying to help Jericho out of the web. And then you focus off TV.
Yeah, that's true. Because even like the old school barbed wire matches in ECW, they'd have like a bunch of guys like around the ring, like basically when they would fall in the barbed wire, they'd have like guys to a certain extent helping them out because like, what the fuck? You don't want to die.
Exactly. Terry Funk and Taboo, when they would jump into the table on the other guy with barbed wire wrapped around him, they were both screaming in pain and crying because it was real pain. There was guys there helping them out they can continue, so that they can continue what it essentially is, which is a goddamn wrestling match.
There you go. It's not a
you know what I'm saying?
Let's fucking kill each other. It's not like that
Imagine
superhuman guy in his backyard.
exactly. Imagine at the end of that match, the end of the match, when they all ran into each other and Guevara like backed up and it was all fucking weird. Imagine had
That
Kingston
sucked.
tripped. Imagine Kingston tripped, fell where the barbed wire was, flipped and had the barbed wire cut around his neck. Who's
Shit
there
could
to
have
pull
gone
him out?
bad, man. Shit could have really, but like Jericho got fucked up. He got pretty fucked up. So yeah, I'm gonna give my thumbs up of the week this week to Jericho. I think that's the first time that's happened in the
I'll give
show.
my thumbs up of the week to Jericho too for taking so much pain at the age of fucking 50.
I bet you in 3 months we're back to saying like, Jericho, you're so boring again.
He's going to
But
take
that's
some
how he
time off.
goes.
He's going to have to take some time off of television at one point.
Go on tour with Fozzy. It's okay. We don't
But
mind.
I bet he was supposed to take time off of television recently. And with all these injuries, they probably told him, listen, Chris, we need you on TV right now.
I think Tony Khan gives him a lot of money. And I think Jericho's like, Tony, give me money. And he's like, okay, I'll give you money.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they have that kind of relationship.
Well, I mean, the difference between, okay, so we're talking about Metal WWE versus AEW in
Yeah.
terms of like, so WWE, when they were taking on WCW, they were taking on Ted Turner, essentially, who
Mhm.
owned the TV station, owned the company, but Turner Broadcasting owned WCW. So you have chairman
Yeah,
that
it
are
was a
there.
corporation. It's not like one
know-
dude who can just authorize everything.
Exactly. The difference between AEW and WCW is Tony Khan's a billionaire.
You could just be
This-
like, sure, here.
This is his toy. No old man that's looking at numbers is going to tell Tony Khan, you can't pay that wrestler $5 million. Tony Khan wants to buy a $5 million toy. He's going to buy the $5 million toy.
Yeah.
And right now, this company is bringing enough money in. He's making a profit, which it means he has no problem spending money. And he just showed it by signing the Briscoes long-term to Ring of Honor. I mean, especially since he thinks he's not going to use them on AEW TV. He was just like, no way, I'm letting Impact keep them long-term. I'm buying them.
And they're
like a
so
kid.
Ring of Honor.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
almost like the Collector in the Marvel movies.
He is. It's like he has this fucking, he can't let you, he's a nice guy, but he can't let you keep something when it's good. He
Yeah.
wants, and he'll go about it nicely, but he will get it from
He'll
you.
get it. He'll by some means. Exactly
what I'm
like the
saying?
Collector in the Marvel movies.
And sometimes it must be so frustrating for the other 2-3 indie companies, for like Impact, MLW, and you know what I mean? They must be like,
sure.
fuck. They must be like, fuck, man, can't we get one guy? Can't you just let one guy stay here for a year and then and when his contract's up in a year, you can fucking use him? Can you stop draining the pool of talent just to have the pool of talent and then turn around and shake my hand and say, I'm not Vince McMahon? And then you're like, yeah, but you're doing the same thing to us.
He kind of killed the
you're
indies for the last 5 years, but like
You're
I think
hurting
a crop
us,
of
man.
guys will rise. A
Hopefully.
crop of guys will rise.
Hopefully.
So that's about all the time we got for this week for Pro Wrestling Tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
As always.
And yeah, as always, we'll be back next week.
With more interesting cursing and fucking awesome comments.
That's right. Hopefully there's some more zany, insane stuff that happens in wrestling. We'll cover it
Always.
next week. That's right.